Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a portfolio update. Take you through the dividends, the income, all the holdings, what's changing, what's been going on, and how things are looking inside the portfolio. As always, you guys, nothing here is financial advice. Please go ahead, hit that like button. I really do appreciate that. So it's been a little while since I've done one of these portfolio updates. The last one I did was actually well over a month ago now, and the value at the time was just under 600,000. As you can see, the current value is sitting at about 662. So these recent few weeks of the market rallying and prices going up has really brought the value of this portfolio up. A lot of people like to talk about, covered call ETFs not having growth and things like that. But as you guys can see here, basically everything I have is well into the green. Besides my Bitcoin holding, which if you follow crypto or Bitcoin at all, Bitcoin has not been doing that great. But all in all, the share prices on basically everything I hold have been well above my cost basis now, bringing me into the green on everything. And along with that, we do have some dividend increases from funds such as HYLD, HDIV, and some of the Daymax ETFs from Hamilton ETFs. So, having said all of that, it has brought my monthly income over $8,000 a month, and we are at 8160 for the month of June. I didn't really get to reinvest as much as I usually do over the last few weeks. So when I get my income and my dividends in for June, I will be able to do a lot more reinvesting than I have the last month, just with travels and being out and stuff like that. My biggest payer is still HHIS, which I have about 9,000 shares. Definitely have a goal of 10,000 shares on HHIS. HYLD is paying over 1,000 a month into the portfolio now, and HDIV is also 1,000 a month now. So the reason that HDIV is now my biggest position is I actually sold quite a bit of my USCL. So what I did was on April 30th, I sold 3,500 shares of USCL, and a majority of that went into HDIV. So HDIV is now my largest position. Over 5,385 shares of HDIV, and it's definitely a fund that I want to continue buying into. I mean, the share price is climbing, which is good, but it is getting more expensive to purchase shares as well. It's just such a great quality fund that I feel I want it to be one of my core engines in the portfolio. The only funds that I would say I'm looking at currently would be potentially BCC swapping into B Day from Hamilton ETFs. They do have a new Bitcoin Daymax ETF coming out. So this would be a fund I would consider getting out of and swapping into. I just have such a small percentage in crypto. I'm not a huge crypto guy, and Bitcoin has been struggling lately, but I do feel it's a great long term holding. And then besides that, you guys, Canoe EIT, it's such a great fund, such a great fund to have in the portfolio. It really holds its own weight, especially when things get choppy in the market. But, you can see here, down here under income, the dividend yield is only 7%. It's 10 cents a month, and they just don't change the distribution or the dividend at all. So it really is a low yielding fund compared to what other options are out there today. So I'm getting a little bit tempted as time goes on to shave some profits off the top of Canoe EIT and put it into something else. We'll see. We'll see what we decide to do with that. For now, I'm just keeping it. Although I do have a pretty good sized position in it, over 4,250 shares. So I just feel it's one of those funds that I could probably shave some profits down and boost the yield, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm enjoying Canoe EIT. It does continue to climb with the share price, which is nice to bring that total value up as well as bring some stability into the portfolio. But that is basically a quick overview, you guys. I didn't get to reinvest as much as I usually do, so there's not a lot of buys or anything else going on. My biggest trade was the USCL at the end of April. And for now, I think I'm going to hold the remaining position I have here in USCL. I still feel it's a little bit of a complementary holding to HYLD. You know, haven't been the happiest with some of the distributions that have fluctuated on it, but we're going to continue to hold it. It's been doing pretty well lately, bringing that share price up as well. So we'll see. We'll hold it for now and see how it does. But other than that, you guys, here's my watch list. It has been slowly growing because we have been getting so many new income funds out that it's just hard to kind of keep track of all of them. So I do watch them basically on a daily basis. I sort of try to watch a little bit of everything, even some of the single stocks, just to see how they move against some of the ETFs. I feel that that's a good idea, especially if you're not sure about an ETF. If you watch some of the single holdings within that ETF, it might give you an idea of how it moves compared to the market. But we've got some new ones such as HPYE, we've got PayG, and I think the newest one is IMAX from Hamilton ETF. So this will be an international equity ETF. So this could really broaden your portfolio, kind of give you access to some of those international markets and just give you some extra diversification. This would be one that I may consider adding to the portfolio, but I did have second thoughts with it because we also have Inti from Evolve, which has quite a higher yield with those twice monthly distributions. However, you can see since inception they are down on their share price by about negative 12%. And I do feel that the strategy that Hamilton has is just, it may be a little bit more moderate. The yield may not be quite as high, but I think over the long run, you might see a decent combination of share price growth as well as steady distributions and hopefully some dividend growth in there as well. Anyways, you guys, that's a quick overview of the portfolio. As I said, not a whole lot has changed, but definitely hitting that milestone of 8,000 a month was pretty huge for the month of June. And hopefully we'll just keep those dividends rolling, keep things going, and roll on that way to that $10,000 a month. That will definitely be a goal that I think is going to be achievable in the not too distant future. As we go into the summer, we'll see how markets perform. We'll see how some of these funds do with their dividends and their distributions. The Daymax and the twice monthly payers, I've really been enjoying those, especially the last month, being on vacation and traveling, having funds that pay out twice a month. Really, it smoothed out my experience of, paying down the credit card, getting my budgets dialed in, things like that. When you get those twice monthly dividends, I know some people like them, some people don't, but I just find in my experience, it kind of just makes things a little bit easier to manage, especially when you have, a month that you might be spending a little bit more money than usual. And over the last few months, the portfolio is sitting ahead of the S&P 500. We'll look at the last 6 months. So, it's not doing bad for an income-based portfolio. I feel it's got a good combination of a little bit of everything. So all in all, you guys, have been quite happy with pretty much all of the funds. The one fund that I may consider swapping out would be BCCC. But, you can't blame the fund for that. That's just the way Bitcoin and crypto has been going lately. So anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free, leave me a like, leave me a comment, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.